go liquid.
Alright guys, Layton here. Welcome back to our Let's Play of Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney on the 3DS. I've decided to not wait that long to do the intro at the beginning there. We're just going to jump right into it. We are in Chapter 4 right now. It's been a month since we've played, so I had to refresh myself just last night. But I'm looking forward to seeing what's happened. So, previously, 3 months ago, the alchemist that lived in this house was murdered, and now we've got a situation of our own. There on the floor in front of a terrified Maya was the professor, now completely made of gold. What the heck is going on? I thought the professor was supposed to be meeting with the storyteller. And to make matters worse, now Maya's accused of being a witch. Yeah, so that's what happened at the end of Chapter 3 on the last part where we were investigating. So now they've got her in a cage, which is exactly what we need right now. Really sucks. Alright.
The trial of MIIVERSE shall now begin, as scheduled. Knights of the court, are you ready to cross your swords of justice?
Oh boy.
Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum always has his sword ready for the work of justice.
Defense ready, Your Honor. At this stage, I just gotta give it all I've got.
It would appear the defender has thrown down the gauntlet, Sir Barnum.
Ooh.
Now, before we begin, may I have a word with you, defender?
Yes, Your Honor.
Last time we met, you stood in this court as an apprentice baker. In all honesty, when I saw you for the first time, I thought to myself, a baker should stick to bread baking.
Is that so? What a fine first impression I made.
However, today you are not merely some befuddled maker of sweet buns. I'm obliged to fully recognize you as a knight of law and justice, on par with Inquisitor Zacharias Barnum. Now may your duel begin. Fight bravely and expose the truth behind this heinous crime.
All right, we're all counting on you, Inquisitor Barnum. I knew she was a witch as soon as I laid my eyes on her. She's got
I
witch
love the voice
all
acting in
over
this
her.
game.
Why not put the baker on trial? Bake the baker, I say.
Bake the baker. Oh god. You shut up. I don't know.
They treat him like some sort of celebrity.
He may be adored by the crowds, but when he pointed his sword my way, you managed to shield me from his accusations. Maya clearly isn't a witch, so surely your victory is certain.
Thank you for believing in me, Espella.
Espella Cantabella. I have given you leave to come to this trial today. However, that does not mean that the charges against you have been dropped. Rather than worry about others, you should consider your own situation.
Thank you for granting me your permission, Inquisitor.
Ah, shut up. Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin your opening statement. As you wish, my lord. As usual, let us commence this... Wow, that sounded like Edward. Jesus. As usual, let us commence this trial by first recounting the events, if it pleases you, Sir Blue Knight. As, you wish, Inquisitor. I still can't get used to this terminology. This heinous crime occurred in the residence of the late Newton Belduke, the alchemist. Here is the sketch plan of his residence. Ooh. This room of a somewhat questionable nature is the alchemist's study in which the incident took place. The only ones present at the moment of the crime were the accused and the victim, no one else. The witnesses who arrived at the scene seconds later have indicated where they found the accused and the victim. Very well, the sketch is accepted as evidence. The accused took Sir Layton's life with the most cruel of magic. A living man 1 second, a golden statue the next. Such wickedness. Magic that turns things to gold? Sure, why not? Several townspeople rushed to the room and paid witness to the horror of this magic. The accused has been captured and charged. Goodness, that is terrifying. Rumors have reached me that the victim was a most scintillating man. I'm not quite certain whether it was prior to or after, but incidentally, was this Sir Layton not the same hat maker who attended our previous trial? No, he wasn't a hat man. Bizarre as it is. Sir Layton's profession and origin remain unknown. He was a stranger in this city, that is all we know. And you, sir, his acquaintance, you are an unusual presence in our city yourself. Today's case certainly is peculiar. And that is not the last of the peculiarities, my lord. The alchemist's study has been the scene of another strange incident in the past. Ah, yes, I remember it as if it were yesterday. The mysterious death of Newton Belduke himself. Indeed, my lord. Regrettably, the only case of witchcraft still to remain unsolved in our fair city. The witch may have escaped her punishment back then. But perhaps today is the day on which both these mysterious crimes shall be solved. What? What are you implying? Patience, you will know soon enough, Sir Suddenly Pale Blue Knight. How interesting. It seems that the Inquisition have something up their sleeve. Now, Inquisitor Barnum, you may begin. Thank you, my lord. The Inquisition summons the witnesses to this malicious crime of witchcraft. If only I'd made it to the room sooner. Maybe I could have prevented all this from happening. I won't let Maya take the rap for this. I'd find every single crack in their testimony and prove it wasn't her. Yeah, you tell him, Phoenix. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Now let us hear your names and occupations. I just skipped that line, didn't I, back there? I am known for Whitesamere, Punching Bag. I soon to be new head of Punching Bag's retail organization pro.
Hang on!
I don't remember his name. Or I don't remember his voice, if I did a voice for him. Wait a minute, witness! What's that, Blue Squire? You're that guy from the previous trial, that's what I thought. Just what the heck's happened to you? You look like you've been on one of those ultimate makeover shows. Whatever do you mean? My name is Amir Punchenbaug. I soon to be the head of Punchenbaug's retail organization pro. What is the meaning of this, Inquisitor? I do not care to delve into this witness's personal affairs. Looks like he remembers them all too well. Witnesses, pray continue.
Oh, dearie me, it is I who usually asks the questions. I am your secret and humble teacher. Call me Miss Primstone. The children of Labyrinthia Primary School have the privilege of learning the truths about this world from me.
An elementary school teacher, huh? Good to know at least one witness seems sensible. The winds carry my song, it's birdly stringing along. I'm not gonna sing today. My faithful muse here is Cracker the musical parrot. No one understands music like Cracker, aside from me, naturally. At least it's not another goat.
What a smart bird! You just imitated that teacher perfectly.
What?
I'm Luke Triton. My occupation is the professor's apprentice.
Luke? Luke, but why? Oh, this is not good. What are you doing there?
I made up my mind. I'm doing this for the professor. A gentleman has to pursue the truth.
But Luke, that's where the Inquisition's witnesses stand.
I'll never forgive that witch.
A gentleman shouldn't glare at people as if he wants to hit him in the face.
Luke!
Your friend today can be your enemy tomorrow, such is the hard reality of the battlefield. Witnesses, we will now hear your testimonies. Tell us all of this wicked incident which you have been unfortunate enough to witness. This is so confusing. Why is this happening? Alright. I heard a scream at an incantation, and that's when I entered the room. The victim was already all shiny.
Mayhap something caused discord between our erstwhile friends. Mr. Silk had a knife at something.
Not gonna sing.
The professor must have seen through Miss Maya's deception and confronted her right there, face to face.
Oh, this is not good. I see, thank you all. However, one part of the testimony was somewhat confusing. You there, the singer. Singer? Could you possibly mean me, Burley the Bard, your excellence? Yes, that would be you, singer, the staff that you said sung about. It is as you suspect, my lord, this very witch's scepter.
There are 2 different magic gems attached, meaning the perpetrator could have used 2 types of magic.
Yeah, it would seem so. This gem here enables the use of a gold transmutation spell, Goldor. Goldor, just the word alone makes the tiny hairs on the back of my neck stand up. Har har har, that's the one, alright, that's the dreadful incantation that I am here, Punching Bag, I also heard. I'll do that voice instead.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. I have seen that scepter, so I have. Oh, dearie, dearie me. How dare she do that to Professor?
By the way, this witch's scepter was found on the floor near the victim. If you'll turn your attention to the sketch plans, it was located right here. A scepter dropped by the accused would naturally tumble to exactly that spot.
Objection!
Inquisitor Barnum, what you're saying amounts to nothing more than a baseless assumption. You are on edge today, Sir Blue Knight. Is it because your friend is on trial? Perhaps you'd better cool yourself down. Well, anyway, the court accepts the scepter's evidence. Thank you, my lord. Alright. Got a new spell, too. Inquisitor Barnum, may I ask you something? What is it now, Sir Blue Knight? We know that one of the gems is for the spell Goldor, but what about the other one? A naive question. Huh? Naivety may be no hindrance to a baker who spends most of his time amidst bread, but it can be your undoing here in court. Would a knight put a weapon in his enemy's hand? He's telling me to do my homework, huh?
Mr. Wright, I'll look for information about that magic gem in the Grand Memoir.
Thank you, Espella. That would be great.
Just leave it to me.
She seems very happy to help. The defendant may interrogate the witnesses. Okay. The battle begins. Oops. Nope, didn't mean to do that.
Hold it!
There we go, it's L. Keep forgetting the buttons. And, what is all this about exactly? What do you mean, Blue Squire? Your gaudy, colorful outfit. I mean, your attire was different last time, a little more modest. The Amelia you knew back then is no more. Oh, okay. I guess the questioning is available anytime. I'm a new man now, reborn to the higher echelons of society. It's like Godot. What's he drinking? There's a skull and crossbones mark on that bottle. Enough idle chatter. The wind is heard screaming an incantation. Is that correct? That's right. It's just like what you said earlier, Inquisitor Barnum. It was a spelled Goldor, and it was without doubt the voice of the accused that said it. However, it's rather peculiar. When I saw the accused and the victim together last time, they seemed to be on friendly terms. The next witness will dispel your doubts, my lord.
Hold it!
Are you saying you think they quarreled?
The other day, I saw you all together in this very court, and you were evidently friends.
Well, yeah, that's true, but that's what's that got to do with?
Now, everyone, listen carefully. No chatting in the back row. What I say now will be in the next exam. Miss Primstone's lesson number 5. Friendship leads to nothing but trouble. People would not break up and part their ways in anger if they did not become friends in the first place.
The kids in her class must grow up to be model citizens.
Oh, dearie, dearie me. What I saw in that room curdled the blood in my veins.
That's the same thing the bird is saying. I wonder if that's going to do anything. Mr. Silcat was pointing that glittering knife ever so threateningly.
Hang on!
Yeah, what is with you? Is everything okay, Luke?
No, of course it's not okay. The professor was a true gentleman, and no gentleman would go around threatening people with knives.
I couldn't agree more. Okay, I don't think that. Nope. Okay. Oh, maybe that was something. Sorry.
Mr. Wright?
What is it?
I think there was some important information in Miss Primstone's testimony.
Really?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my place to say things like that.
I didn't notice anything. What could that be? What was Espella about to say? Yeah, speak out. Espella, why don't you tell us all what you've noticed?
Oh, is that okay? It's just something I'd like to ask Miss Primstone about.
Well, just go ahead and ask her.
Excuse me, Miss Primstone. Do you mind if I ask you a question?
Oh, it's you, Miss Espella Cantabella.
Miss Primstone, did you actually see the knife that Mr. Layton was holding?
I did, as a matter of fact. Yes, I remember that glinting blade very well. A most frightening sight it was, too.
And you saw that from the door, didn't you? Now if we look at the sketch. When the incident took place, Mr. Layton must have been facing this way, correct?
That must have been the case, otherwise the witness would not have been able to see it.
Well, that's all I wanted to ask. The more information we have, the better, right?
The direction the professor was facing. That could be important. One second here. This information shall be added to the court record. So I think we've definitely got to present that.
I'm sorry I jumped in like that, but I really wanted to help.
Not at all, Spell. We were able to get some more info, which may just come in handy.
You think so?
Now then, the next witness shall continue with the testimony. Alright, so I think we're gonna have to use that, in just a second. So, we'll be right back with more of Layton versus Wright coming up next. Stay tuned, everybody.
Let's go.